Welcome back, everyone. A few lifestyle choices have as big of an impact on our health as physical activity.
So it's time to hit the trails and improve your health. Joining us now for this sponsored interview is Dr. Stephen Richardson, primary care provider. Welcome, doctor. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here as always.
Now, why is it so important for people to stay active, especially as we're getting older?
Well, physical activity is one of the best things that we can actually do for our health. There are a few lifestyle choices that we could make that would have a bigger impact than that. Studies have shown that physical activity helps improve our brain health, reduce disease risk, strengthen our bones and our muscles, and it's just overall a wonderful thing to do. I think that physical activity is something that is recommended highly, especially in folks that are older.
Such great health advice, right? Especially for the elderly and our moms, dads, and grandparents. What would you tell them to jumpstart their physical activity?
That's a very good question. The recommendation for adults age 65 and older is actually 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise per week in increments of no less than 30 minutes. So you could do 5 days of 30 or 3 days of 50. And if time is a problem, then you can do 75 minutes of more vigorous intensity activity per week. The difference between mild activity and vigorous activity can simply be the difference between a brisk walk and hiking. Chances are if you're doing a brisk walk and you feel your heart rate increase and your breathing increase, then you're probably meeting your activity goals.
Anything that they should be concerned about if starting a new fitness regimen?
Yeah, well, moderate intensity exercise is going to be safe for almost everyone, but if you do have some significant health problems or issues, then it's always a good idea to discuss that with your doctor, and they can give you an exercise prescription and give you some hints on what to do.
Well, Dr. Richardson, I know in the winter months it might be hard to get motivated, but what does it do for the brain and your physical activity to be outside, outdoors with the amazing landscape we have here in Utah?
Well, it's both physically and mentally, it's wonderfully helpful. It's important to do some activity that you enjoy doing. You're more likely to stick with it, right? And it's even better if you can have a group of people that you do it with. And we have some of the most beautiful landscape here in Utah, and so it's a natural thing for us to want to be a part of that, and the next step would just be to take your exercise out into the canyons or on the walking paths.
What would you say to those who are a little intimidated? Maybe it's been a while since they've exercised or they can't quite do what they did when they were younger. How should they just begin today?
Well, you don't want to go for the 150 minutes per week if you're not capable of doing that. So you start slow and gradually increase. The nice thing about the time of it, 150 minutes, is that you might not go that far in that 150 minutes when you first begin. But as you get into better shape, then you'll walk farther and farther. You'll see more of the landscape.
How important is it for our health? What are some of the specific things? I know it's good for your heart, mind, body, soul.
Yeah. Well, weight management is very important, and of course exercise is one part of that weight equation, and of course there are many much morbidity and mortality to being overweight. So you have all that. It increases your cardiovascular fitness. It raises your HDL cholesterol, which is the good cholesterol. So many positive benefits to exercise.
Well, and if you don't use it, you lose it. So we want our minds sharp. We want our bodies healthy. Where can we go to learn more information?
Well, you can certainly talk with your doctor. Optum has wellness centers where there's lots of activities that are offered there. They're all free for people 55 and up. Everything from a drum circle to Zumba to chair volleyball. It's all there.
Well, we're just around the corner of spring, so we can get out and hike. And some people are already hiking, but this is some motivation here.
Yes.
All right, Dr. Richardson, thank you so much. And of course, thank you to Optum for sponsoring this interview.
All right.